Welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host Kelly Pally, and may the 4th be with you guys. To celebrate, we're counting down the top 10 most powerful Jedi. And heads up, we're leaving out a few characters from the newer sequels, just because it isn't entirely fair to gauge how strong they are since we don't quite know the full potential of their abilities yet. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the list. And at number 10, we've got Qui-Gon Jinn. A bit of a rebel, Qui-Gon was known for not always following the Jedi Code, which is why he was never offered a seat on the Jedi High Council. Qui-Gon was skilled in telekinesis, and was a pretty skilled dueler as well. He was also studying the secrets of eternal consciousness after death, training with the Force priestesses in secret because the Jedi believed that death was permanent and identity could not be retained. He shared these teachings with Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi, who would later use this when guiding Luke Skywalker. Unfortunately, he was killed by Darth Maul on the second occasion that they fought, but avenged by his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. And at number 9, we have Kit Fisto. Dude can fight underwater. Aside from being way impressive, he was one of the many Jedi generals during the Clone Wars. He sat on the Jedi Council, and during the Clone Wars almost defeated General Grievous. Known for his astounding focus, especially in combat, Fisto was a skilled dueler using Form 1 of lightsaber combat. He was killed by Darth Sidious when attempting to arrest him, or rather attempting to arrest Palpatine. Same guy. But you guys know that. And at 8, we've got Plo Koon. Also known as the hero of the Republic, Koon started out as a Jedi Guardian who fought in the Stark Hyperspace Wars. After his master was killed, he led forces against Stark and was victorious despite the great odds against him. He was also known for being able to easily take on multiple foes at once, and was a renowned starfighter pilot. This led to him leading the Jedi forces up in the skies during the Clone Wars. But he was eventually killed along with many other Jedi after Order 66 was passed, and his starfighter was shot down. And at 7, we have Mace Windu. A high Jedi general trained by Yoda, Windu preferred using Form 7, the most aggressive form of lightsaber combat, usually used by Sith. But Windu was strong enough to master the art without turning to the dark side. He was able to fight off Darth Sidious and Count Dooku, he killed Jango Fett, and also managed to hold back the Republic forces during the Clone Wars single-handedly until backup arrived. He is also capable of mind control via the Force. It's hard to deny the power in that. And at 6, we have Nomi Sunrider. Nomi Sunrider is a straight-up badass. So, when her husband is murdered by Boga the Hutt's soldiers, Nomi picks up his lightsaber and eventually works her way towards becoming a Jedi Knight. She fights Exar Kun in the Great Sith War, playing a vital role, stripping his apprentice and former Jedi Kel Droma of his abilities to use the Force. Then what does she do? Helps rebuild the Jedi Order, of course. She's probably one of the most important Jedi of all time because of her service to the Order, and eventually became a Grand Master. At 5, we have Revan. Sith turned Jedi, Revan had his memory erased by the Jedi Order and eventually became one of their greatest champions. He was also known for his abilities as a military strategist. During his time, he infiltrated several Sith bases, destroying them, killing a ton of Sith soldiers in the process, and killed his share of Sith apprentices and masters. When his lover was kidnapped and tortured, eventually being converted to the dark side by Darth Malak, Revan was tempted to jump ship to the dark side, but refused, instead taking on Malak and defeating him, which was crazy impressive since Malak had gained a bunch of power from stealing other Jedi's Force powers. And the plus side of all this? His lover returned to the side of light, and Revan was titled the Savior of the Republic. Not too shabby. And at 4, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. As a Padawan, Obi-Wan avenged Qui-Gon Jinn's death by defeating Darth Maul, which, by the way, made him the first person in 1,000 years to defeat a Sith Lord in one-on-one combat. If that wasn't foreshadowing enough, Obi-Wan would go on to play an important role in the Clone Wars and later in the Galactic Civil War. He killed General Grievous, survived assassination attempts, and would go on later to train Luke in the ways of the Force. He also defeats Anakin the first time around, and quite frankly, probably would have waged one hell of a fight against Vader if he didn't, you know. And at 3 is Anakin Skywalker. Believed to have been conceived by the Force, many believed Anakin was the chosen one who would reconcile the light and the dark sides of the Force, balancing them. Well, that would have been great if things had turned out differently. But that doesn't change how exceptionally powerful he was. His midi-chlorian count was significantly higher than Yoda's. He excelled greatly during his training, and had an uncanny ability to feel disturbances in the Force, which also included feeling other people's feelings and sensing when danger was occurring at a fair distance away from him. And he was very talented in telekinesis. Also, that Force choke, you guys. Damn.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
He's capable of taking on incredibly powerful beings in the Force, including the son and the daughter, and was on track to becoming the greatest Jedi of all time if he didn't, you know. But he does manage to defeat Darth Sidious right before he's about to kill Luke, his son. And I mean, defeat might not be the right term here, but you guys know what's up. Welcome back to the light side, buddy. In at 2 we have Yoda, the OG Grandmaster. Over 800 years old, Yoda was the master of the Jedi Order for centuries. He's extremely well connected to the Force, exceptionally talented wielding a lightsaber, and is one of the only beings capable of deflecting Darth Sidious's Force lightning. Yoda is also capable of destroying his enemies with nothing other than the Force. He can see when other Jedi are active in the Force, and can contact them via it even if it means they are thousands of miles away from him. And his death? He just gracefully accepted it. Ain't gonna be killed by nobody. And finally at number 1, we have Luke Skywalker. How could Luke not be number 1? While arguably Yoda is a crazy powerful being, Luke is the chosen one, the one meant to bring balance to the Force, since Daddy Dearest got a tad, well, preoccupied. Originally a Tatooine farm boy who eventually learns his lineage, Luke is responsible for saving the galaxy from the Galactic Empire and the Sith during the Galactic Civil War. He destroyed the Death Star, he refused the dark side with an impressive show of willpower, he defeated Darth Vader, aka his dad, and he was trained by Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi, plus has an immensely strong connection to the Force, and he's responsible for founding the new Jedi Order, assuming the title of Grandmaster. So yeah, that's worthy of number 1. So there we have it guys, the top 10 most powerful Jedi. Anyone you think should be on this list? Let us know in those comments below. But for now, I'm Kelly Pally with Top 10 Nerd, and I will catch you guys in the next one.